Oh, man. Greetings, yo. Better. Hello. Like always, I should do more videos. But I have 12-hour work shifts, okay? It is 11 in the night. And I must get up at 5. Again? For another Monday 12-hour shift. So I should not do this too long. Okay? Even though I had a very interesting day where I plugged some holes in my walls before it get too cold. So the house will get very nice and cozy and warm in the winter. Also, I, for some reason, did the whole Hollywood I locked myself out of the house routine. Because I'm not used to my new door. And it doesn't have a hinge on the outside. Or at least a door handle. It only goes with the keys on the outside. Invest in security. Lock yourself out. And I haven't figured out safety precautions for that measure. I did today, but damn, that was a long walk in my underwear to my family's house to get the spare keys. I thankfully deposit there. I don't know why I got here full Transylvanian. Maybe it's my ancestry. I don't know. Anyways, the reason why I'm getting to do this here, I cannot believe that people forget in such a short time. And I mean people that should know better, okay? People around my age range, mid-40s. To forget how literature has fallen apart in the last 3 to 4 decades. It is weird that people are now pointing out, oh my goodness, have you seen what Barnes & Noble has on their front decor standing out as fan fiction and fantasy books? Like, yes. Guess what? This was always the case. I'm always confused that now stuff like, what was this one book what everybody is now talking about? Because that's the only book that the mainstream now apparently discovered. There are so many worse books than that. And I don't mean recent books, okay? What was it again? Milking Farm. Where it's about a girl working on a farm where she milks centaurs. But also the centaur is very rich and powerful, but he also listens to all of her demands because she's the most powerful woman on the farm, and you know all the contradiction that you can imagine, which makes no sense, and only the boss babes will, you know, use the most high-powered vibrational devices while drinking boxed wines with their 6 cats, you know. Every evening for hours and then like, you think this is the shittiest books you ever read? Remember when we made fun of vampire slash fiction around 2011 around? When we all made fun on the whole Twilight. So I should actually look where I have my merchandise. I was, okay? And most people will not remember. I made video protocols and reviews of all the Twilight movies when they came here to Austria. I watched all of them in the cinema when I have merchandise they gave me. I have the Twilight Breaking Dawn Part 1 energy drink package. And I still have one not opened can of this shit. Somewhere. I know I kept it safe somewhere because nobody will believe it that this shit exists. But even then, everybody thought, wow, Twilight was the most broken shit that everybody could read and find entertaining. Or beat their meat too. Or doing the horizontal mud flap, you know? I don't know. And I thought to myself, wait a minute. People nowadays really think that this is something new or disgusting, which it is, Or this is something that, oh, why do the people that read this enjoy it so much? So, have you forgotten 1994? Yeah. Yes. 1994. Almost over 30 years ago now. 31 years now. When we had Interview with Vampire. And all those other vampire shows. Which were kicked off in the 90s. Okay? Stuff like Nick Knight. Okay? And Buffy the Vampire Slayer and all that shit. Specially catered to it. And these were not even the worst things. Vampire fan fiction and books in that regard. There are so many disgusting ones. And people are thinking, oh man, when people read these books, they only read it because there is stuff allowed in those books that would be otherwise be highly illegal or shamed. Yes, there's also nothing new. There are so many books that when you actually look into it, it's like, this is getting grosser by the minute. And I don't mean in terms of, wow, these are some explicit sex scenes. No. All the forbidden things. Okay? There is no hole deep enough you can dig to get to anything of bedrock in that regard. Okay? And those are the same people. Those were the same people back then who literally, okay, couldn't, okay, praise those books hard enough. And while at the same time, those are the same people now, the same identical people, and I mean it, literally, the people that read those books, who are now again screaming to the heavens how bad media is, how everybody who watches certain types of content online, okay, or on any streaming sites is a bad person because, oh my goodness, this is so bad. Censorship galore. And the same people 30 years earlier, okay, when they were in their tweens, hey, were literally rubbing their nail polish off, okay, to certain books that would, when you read it today, would literally get you into jail. And now people are completely mind blown when those same books with the same content are still front and center in every major bookstore. They were on every other place before. Those were the books on those rotationally shelves on every drugstore, on every gas station, those little corner stores on every major train station that basically were shops for everything. You could buy from office supplies to food, everything. Those little corner stores that everybody forgets. That is where people like me got their first manga editions, okay? Which I still have. Some of the older stuff is down there. And and people are always, no, this it was never this prominent. It was always in your face. We had book readings about this shit. We had presentations in TV at one point in the early 2000s. Especially when the Twilight shit paid off. Okay? And like I said, in the 90s, the whole interview, all the goth girls, up and down, every size, every shape, every smell. Literally. Yuck. Okay? Love them. Incense doesn't do it. Please bathe. There were some smelly ones. Ugh. And then everyone's like, oh, and then 10 years later, oh, they become so good little housewifies. It's like, no. It's all facade. They're still the skanks that they always have been. And then like everybody's like, oh no, we're making so much fun about this. Yeah, we'll stop laughing when this whole shit will become so mainstream that you will basically drown on media on that level. Because you think this is only the book shit that will make your life miserable. Have you ever seen what they are trying to produce? I mean, besides the whole, hey, we are still remaking everything. I just recently saw a clip of, hey, we're making a new Airwolf, hey, Highwayman, and Knight Rider remake. This is in the works. Not in the planning, in the works. And I'm like, why? They literally scrapping. I just wait until they make the greatest American hero. That's the thing. Because, wow, besides some really people that just meme about it, they never have seen this shit. They only know their intro music, which is great. But, yeah, they will scrap. They literally will scratch the barrel so much until it's transparent. And you think, oh man, until everybody has learned how to write. No. The writing right now will be praised as the most Shakespearean, the most high class in a couple of years. Because the shit that we will experience in the next decade, so around 2030, will top everything you think you have seen. You know why? Go and look all of those weird video takes that they do. I don't even know what they are called. Those AI bots reading Reddit stories, who are all apparently lifetime stories and supposed to be kind of real but not. I don't know how this works. You know, those stories where every time someone gets betrayed by their family or by their spouse, and then get this weird victory lap after a year or so of amount of success, where they got millionaires in a year and stuff. And all the stories are the same. I had some downtime and actually looked at some of those stories. They are literally the same story, same wording, same pace, the same things happens to the same time. It's not even funny at some point. And you notice this after five or six stories in a row, because I had something on loop while I was working, just of curiosity, because I found my old login to my Facebook account, and people apparently share this shit en masse. And like, if you listen to this shit longer than an hour, you literally get depressed. Like I said, it's point for point the same words and phrases are getting used so often, you literally have premonitions when they will show up, about the golden child and all that, a blowout and all that. How many times I have hit the golden child? Like, never before have I heard this phrase so many times. It's always the same thing. Hardcore. And those are the people who will write those stories in the future, if they're not already doing. Okay? Because if you think Reddit produces inhumane levels of shit, congratulations, you discovered what we will have as media in the next 10 years or so. It will get dark. And the sheer, I would say, hubris that some people have, thinking that, oh my, and I smart for pointing out how shitty those stories are. Yes. Nobody, okay, will deny that those stories are shit. But it will not, it does not take a mind of great proportions to see that, okay? A nose has not been fine-tuned to smell shit, okay? So there's no, even the numbest of minds will notice when they get basically pissed on and get told it's raining. But hey, we are looking at some content creators will love it, because man, after this whole, what was the Netflix thing, that because they did this Alien Earth thing, where everybody is like, they actually think they're getting a second season. I wouldn't even doubt that they actually do, because there is enough desperate, slop-eating, brain maggot infested human garbage piles who literally consume everything just to not to think, okay? They need something to numb this, the sheer pain that they apparently have that is thinking, okay? Because they relish in the fact that their brains are completely rotten. That's the whole brain rot thing. You think brain rot is a problem now? Oh, I foresee a future where brain rot of today will be basically say, wow, hey, we were Greek philosophers, hey, now in our posts back then. I'm like, oh. And I'm a consumer of the most horrendous shit the 90s, the 80s, and the 70s produced. I collect bad entertainment. From video games to movies to TV shows, okay? I have seen some shit that most people don't even believe existed, okay? I have physical copies of stuff people don't even believe existed. Okay? And some actually really do only exist because at one point I put them online because nobody believed me. So I had to make basically a post on multiple places to prove, yes, this shit exists. It's wild, and it only will get worse. Because I see all those little, we just have to wait until a new generation of smart and intelligent movie makers and creators will make better stuff. Because everybody's waiting for this moment when shit gets better. No, there will be some sparks here and there. And all those praises I've seen recently or maybe 2 or 3 years ago. It's not that common anymore that we see something decent. It's always like, this is the best show I've ever seen. Oh, it's actually great. No. This is mediocre at best. The problem is that most people are now so commonly used to seeing absolutely shit that even mediocrity looks like high quality. That's the problem. And everything that challenged them or even shows something that is a little bit above I don't know, living with 600 pounds shit or those weird mockumentaries or documentary entertainment shit things that you see on the Discovery Channel or whatever the Americans at this moment use. Okay? Everything above that is basically, this is too highbrow for me. I don't like it. Because, brain hurts of thinking. Oh, baby. I mean, people praise the most meh productions like the scene Citizen Kane. And what was it? Oh man, the new Love, Death and Robots was so deep and inspiring. What was that? What was there? There was nothing. It wasn't even that good. It wasn't. The third season was the most boring one, but people praise it like. And most people don't even have seen it for some reason. I have not even noticed there was a third one because. No, wait. I've noticed the third season before I knew that this was the third season. I thought this was the second season because I never seen the second season. Because nobody was talking about this shit. Besides, at one point, somebody brought it up to my attention. Like, wait a minute, there was another season I haven't seen? Okay. I mean, it's the same with the Secret Level ship. I watched it with some people, and we all agreed, besides the Warhammer one and the... What was the other one? The Annual Tournament. And even that was mediocre. The Warhammer one was at least stylish and close to what actually would be considered a actual Warhammer production, yes. Because they steered away from everything that was not Warhammer, okay? That is good. That was decent Warhammer stuff, okay? And the Undetermined one, there was not really much besides the whole dangling with the keys, nostalgia bait with the sound effects, and some callbacks in words. That was everything. The rest was basically like, okay, robots fight for independence, hooray. Nothing on the side of, oh man, this looks really like Unretirement. Not really. A little bit. Some callbacks, but the most thing was, oh, you hear the sound effects from the original Unretirement game. That was that. And the rest was basically from meh or forgettable to literally insulting. But everybody's like, oh, this was good. No. What's wrong with you? It's like Mark Twain back in the day said, if you give people shit to eat long enough, they will not even notice that it is shit. And this is very, very, very true now to entertainment, I must say. So I have no hopes that we will get anything greater than meh in the next couple of years, but people will praise even the most mushy slop if it's just not completely covered in plot holes, okay, and brain rot, okay. The bare, like everyone likes to say, the bare fucking minimum is now high class. And like, oof, we are falling in a deep hole here. And personally, I can actually not wait to see where this hole ends, because at one point, even the most dead inside people will have to admit, no, this is not worth my time anymore. I mean, we see it now in gaming, because everybody's like, oh, this game will break records, and then it basically just farts out. And hey, in a couple of years, this will look very different. Oh. Like I said, I'm not even angry at this point anymore. I was angry a couple of years ago. Now it's more like gallows humor. Let's see where this shit is taking us. In this regard, I wish you all a wonderful week. And not so stressful Monday, because I will have definitely one. Oh, I will go to bed. I hope this uploads while I was sleeping. My internet isn't the best here in my neck of the woods, so cheers, and I see you around. If not, I will smell you. You will smell me definitely, because I'm old and gross. Cheers. And also the coffee is out. Need to buy more. No, but that's not work.